Welcome to ICP DAS USA's webinar on the PET-7200 series, Rewiring Efficiency, PoE, Modbus TCP, and daisy chaining. My name is Erica O'Hara, and I will be your guide. Into the ease and efficiency that can be achieved with our Ethernet I/O modules, including analog input, output, digital input and output, power relay, thermocouple, and RTD modules. The PET-7200 series provides full networking capabilities and a variety of I/O functions. Today, we're going to dive deep into our PET-7200 series of Ethernet I/O modules. Here's what we have on our agenda. Excuse me, I'm getting over a cold, so my voice goes in and out. So our PET-7200 series overview. So we'll cover here what makes these modules a go-to solution for modern data acquisition and control, highlighting their key features and benefits. Network optimization with daisy chain topology. If you're looking to simplify your network wiring, reduce cable clutter, and cut down on the need for extra Ethernet switches, this section is for you. We'll show you how daisy chaining can save you time, space, and money. From there, we'll discuss powering up with PoE. We'll break down how power over Ethernet technology allows you to run both power and data over a single standard Ethernet cable. Then we'll demonstrate configuration and control via our built-in web tools. You'll see just how easy it is to set up, monitor, and manage I/O modules directly from any web browser, and no special software is required for this. Integration with SCADA and PLCs. We'll then tie it all together with some real-world application examples and a Q&A session. So for those who might be new to us here, let me briefly just introduce who we are. ICP DAS was founded in 1993 in Hsinchu, Taiwan, and later ICP DAS USA launched in 2001, providing direct support and expertise to the North American market. We offer fast shipping, usually 1 business day to 10, free tech support, free software, and warranty. Our products are RoHS compliant and ISO 9001-15 certified. Let's kick off by introducing a few key capabilities that set the foundation for the PET-7200 series, features that we'll explore in more depth as we go. But first, the module supports power over Ethernet PoE, meaning a single cable can handle both data and power, dramatically simplifying installation and reducing hardware clutter. It also includes a built-in 2-port Ethernet switch, enabling a daisy chain topology that lowers networking costs and makes system expansions more flexible. For uninterrupted communication, even during power loss, it features a LAN bypass mechanism, ensuring that your network traffic continues to flow. And when it comes to security, the PET-7200 is equipped with user authentication and IP address filtering to protect access and configuration settings. These are just a few of the smart design choices that make this series ideal for modern, reliable, and scalable industrial applications. And we'll be diving into each of these and more throughout today's webinar. And if you want, you can click here. Here's an example of the 2-port Ethernet switch here, if you want to take a look at that. The PET-7200 series supports both Modbus TCP and Modbus UDP, giving you the freedom to integrate seamlessly with a variety of SCADA platforms and control systems. No need to worry about protocol limitations. This module speaks industrial language your system already uses. You'll also notice that the all-in-one I/O design in particular models within this series, such as the PET-7200 shown here, which combines multiple input and output types into a single compact unit. This means fewer devices, simplified wiring, and a much more efficient use of panel space, perfect for cost-conscious and space-limited application. In addition, if you're looking for industrial grade durability with a wide operating temperature range, our products are more than ready for use in harsh environments where consistent performance matters the most. Before we dive into the hands-on details, I want to touch on a few more features that really speak to the thoughtful design and user-friendly functionality of the PET-7200 series. One standout is the I/O pair connection feature. This allows you to mirror input to output channels over Ethernet, even across long distances. Whether you're syncing analog or digital signals between locations, the module keeps everything in step in the background using Modbus TCP. It's a powerful tool for real-time control without complex programming. Then there's smart default behavior through power on and safe values. These let the module automatically revert to defined output states during startup or communication failure, adding an extra layer of protection and predictability for your connected equipment. For quick diagnostics, the front-facing DIO status LEDs gives you an instant visual feedback on the state of your digital I/O, ideal for fast troubleshooting without needing to connect a laptop or dig into software. And if you ever need to reset the system, maybe you lost the IP address or forgot the login credentials, there's a built-in reset button that restores everything to factory settings in seconds, getting you back on track with minimal downtime. And lastly, wiring is made even easier with dual power input pairs. Unlike earlier models that use just one set of power pins, the PE-7200 gives you two pairs, offering better flexibility and cleaner installations. These are all the features designed not just for performance, but for convenience, safety, and ease of use, qualities that make a real difference in the field. Let's take a closer look at how the built-in 2-port Ethernet switch in the PET-7200 series can really streamline your network architecture, especially when you're deploying multiple I/O modules across a facility. With 2 Ethernet ports integrated directly into each module, these devices support daisy chain topology, allowing you to connect one module to the next in a linear fashion. This eliminates the traditional star configuration where every device must run back to a central switch. Instead, your data can flow from device to device, reducing both the amount of cabling and the number of switch ports required. Let's consider a real-world example. Say you're installing 8 modules across a long production line. Without daisy chaining, you need 8 individual Ethernet cables running back to a central switch, plus a switch that can support 8 ports minimum. With the daisy chain setup, you only need a single cable from the switch to the first module and short jumpers between each additional module. That's fewer cables to install, less cable to purchase, and less switches to deploy, translating to real savings in both time and cost. Additionally, the embedded switch is unmanaged, meaning it requires no configuration and adds no extra burden to your setup. It simply passes traffic through, maintaining Ethernet connectivity between devices with minimal latency This architecture also lends itself well to modular expansion. If you need to add more I/O down the line, you don't have to pull more cables or configure your layout. Just extend the chain. It's ideal for evolving applications like smart buildings, factory floors, and distributed monitoring systems. Of course, network design still requires careful planning, loop protection, bandwidth considerations, and fault tolerance should be all accounted for. But for many applications, this built-in switching functionality strikes the perfect balance between simplicity, cost effectiveness, and scalability. Ensured by combining two Ethernet ports with robust I/O capabilities, the PET-72 series doesn't just serve as a field device, it becomes a smart building block for more efficient, cleaner, and more maintainable network. One of the most practical and time-saving features of the PET-7200 series is its support for Power over Ethernet, or PoE. This means a single standard Ethernet cable carries not just data, but also power, eliminating the need for a separate power supply or additional wiring. In real-world installation, this translates into simpler setups, faster deployment, and significantly less hardware clutter in the field. Whether you're mounting devices in ceilings, tight control panels, or remote locations, PoE can drastically reduce installation complexity, especially where running AZ power is impractical or cost prohibitive. From a maintenance standpoint, PoE also makes it easier to troubleshoot and configure your setup since you're managing fewer physical connections. And because the PE-7200 follows IEEE 802 3AF standards, it integrates seamlessly with existing PoE switches and infrastructure. No proprietary adapters or converters are required. Ultimately, PoE support isn't just about convenience, it's about reducing total cost of ownership, improving reliability, and giving you a much cleaner, more efficient network design. We'll look at how this plays out in different environments as we move forward through the presentation. User-friendly interface. Unlike traditional command line or code-based setups, web configuration offers an intuitive graphical user interface. Everything from IP settings to I/O behavior is accessible via tabs, menus, and input fields, making it far more approachable for technicians, engineers, or integrators who don't specialize in programming. It lowers the barrier to entry, reduces training time, and makes configuration tasks accessible to a wider range of personnel. And faster setup and changes. Web configuration significantly speeds up both initial setup and on-the-fly adjustments. Instead of writing scripts, uploading firmware, or running command line tools, users can make changes instantly through a browser. Drop-down menus eliminate the need for long inputs in sequences, allowing for rapid deployment and quicker response to field changes or maintenance needs. Accessible from any browser, so no need to install dedicated software or drivers. As long as the module is connected to the network, it can be accessed from any browser-enabled device, whether it's a laptop on the floor or a desktop in the control room. This flexibility enables quicker field service and remote support, particularly valuable when systems are distributed across multiple locations. Reduce risk of errors. Manual coding often introduces room for error. One missed comma or incorrect syntax can cause a module to behave unpredictably or fail to operate entirely. Web-based configuration minimizes this risk by offering predefined fields, built-in validation, and structured workflows that guide the user. This greatly reduces misconfigurations, ensures consistency across deployments, and improves system reliability. Please also note that the PET-7200 series come with a physical button to factory reset your module at any time, like I mentioned previously. Okay, let's talk about SCADA. SCADA is a PC-based automation and control system that gives operators powerful visibility and control over industrial processes. SCADA systems are used across a wide range of industry, from power generation and water treatment to oil and gas, chemical production, and even automotive manufacturing. Now, while each industry may have its own unique needs, SCADA systems typically share a set of essential features, a graphic interface that provides operators with an intuitive visual overview of processes, process mimicking that reflects real-time changes in system status, access to both real and historical trend data for deeper insight, built-in alarm system for immediate fault detection, reliable data acquisition and recording, tools for data analysts and troubleshooting, and finally, automated report generation for documentation and compliance. In short, SCADA acts as the eyes, ears, and hands of industrial automation, helping teams monitor, control, and improve their operations efficiently. Modbus has become the industrial communication protocol of choice, offering a reliable, lightweight, and widely supported standard across OT environments. The PET-7200 series fully supports Modbus TCP, UDP, ensuring seamless interoperability with HMI systems, SCADA software, PLCs, and other automation platforms. This means smoother cross-domain integration, reduced middleware requirements, and more predictable deployment process when bridging industrial devices with enterprise systems. Here is a application example. Imagine a compressor room with several C and G or air compressors, each consuming a significant amount of power. The goal here is not just to run the compressors, but to actively monitor how much energy each unit is drawing and to track important operating signals like faults or run status. This is where the PET-72 series comes in. The setup is simple. Position one PET-7200 module on each compressor and then daisy chain them together over Ethernet. Each module is wired into its compressor's voltage and current meters, as well as digital signals for fault alarms and run indicators. All of that data flows back in real time to your SCADA system or a remote monitoring platform. The benefits are wiring efficiency. We only need a single Ethernet cable run, and we don't need to install a network switch for every unit. This enables detailed energy audits and fault tracking right from the central control panel. It's designed for easy integration with your existing control networks. No need to rewire your entire system. And finally, the system is flexible. If compressors get moved around or if you add more units, the daisy chain design makes expansion very straightforward. Here's an agricultural example, like greenhouse environmental control. In a modern greenhouse, there are often multiple zones to manage: irrigation, lighting, and ventilation, each needing precise monitoring and adjustment. With the PET-7200 series, we can streamline that setup. The idea is to place the PET-7200 modules along each greenhouse row, daisy chain them together. Each module collects data from analog sensors like soil, moisture, temperature, and CO2, and also control local outputs such as fans, sprinklers, and lighting systems. All of that information is carried back over a single Ethernet line to central controller, giving a complete real-time picture of the entire greenhouse. The benefits: lower installation costs because you reduce wiring, trenching, and conduit runs. Scalability, if you need a new row across, just extend the daisy chain with another PE-7200 module. Unified visibility. The central control system monitors every sensor and actuator simultaneously, and faster maintenance. Since each I/O set is localized, technicians can easily pinpoint and service issues right at the row. So thank you for joining our webinar. I hope the examples we shared gave you a clear picture of how these solutions can be applied in real-world scenarios to establish a unified namespace, centralizing your data to optimize efficiency for the future. We really appreciate you taking the time to be here with us. Here is our contact information and hours of operations. If you ever need help finding a specific tailored solution for your application, our team can guide you through our solutions to find what best suits your needs. Thank you and have a beautiful day. Bye-bye.